Allah Ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ قُرْآنًا عَرَبِيًّا لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ. Certainly, we have revealed the Holy Quran as an Arabic Quran so that you may understand.
ورحمة الله وبركاته يا دكتورة ليان.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
حالك؟
الحمد لله، كيف أنت؟
بخير والحمد لله. Last time we have discussed the difference between هذا and هذه and ذلك and تلك. So we discussed first difference between هذا and هذه. For the ساعة, for example, can I say هذا or هذه ساعة? ساعة is a family watch. It ends with ta. So what should I say? هذا or هذه?
هذه أن تلك.
ساعة. For the قلم, bin. Can I say هذا قلم or هذه قلم?
هذا قلم.
Yeah, because it's masculine, right? This is for something close. Today we got if something far. So if the bin is far and I put it far, what should I say? Shall I say هذا قلم or ذلك قلم?
ذلك.
What about the watch? If it is in my hand close, so I say هذا ساعة, هذه ساعة, because it's feminine. What is ساعة, the feminine word, if it is far? What should I say?
تلك.
MashaAllah. So this word is in front of us here, for example, the mother, the father. What should we say? هذا, how could fill this blankets? Can we say تلك or ذلك with
تلك.
Yeah, what about أب?
ذلك.
So if they are close, what should we say with and what should we say with أب?
If they're close, for أمة, you say هذه and أب, you say هذا.
Yeah, exactly. You see these last four words here? What is the common thing between these words?
They all are feminine.
How could you know that they are feminine words?
They all end in that.
And has, that's exactly. Nafis as a window, naqa. Do you remember the naqa that mentioned in the Quran?
Yes.
What is a naqa?
It is
mentioned in Surah Al-Shams. It was a miracle of the Prophet Salih alayhi salam to the people of Thamud. What does naqa mean?
It was
she camel. The she camel. So for the naqa, what should we use? Should we use هذا or هذه? ذلك or تلك?
هذه and تلك.
And that's what the Quran says. Do you remember Surah Al-Shams? Allah says هذه ناقة الله وسقياها. Right?
Yes.
Why the Quran says هذه? Because naqa is feminine word. Taliba is a student, female student. Shall we say هذا or هذه?
هذه.
Yeah, for the muhandis and sarir and jamal, what is the common thing between these three people, these three words?
They are all masculine.
Yeah, muhandis is an engineer, sarir is a bed, jamal is a camel. So all of them, can we use with them هذه or هذا if they are close?
You
هذا if they're close. What about
use
what should we use? Should we use تلك or ذلك if they are far for the masculine words?
You use ذلك if they're you use هذا if they're close and ذلك if they're far.
Great, yeah, Dr. MashaAllah. So the rest is gonna, inshallah, you do that as a homework with the translation and you send the record of all of these sentences as you do in the homework, inshallah, on the WhatsApp group. As for the Quran, today we discussed you are in Surah Abasa, right?
Yes.
What is the cause of revelation of Surah Abasa? What does Abasa first mean?
Abasa means frown.
Yeah. And why Allah reveals the surah? What is the cause of revelation of the surah?
He revealed it because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was giving da'wah to in Mecca, and a blind man kept on interrupting the Prophet Muhammad and
frowned to him.
Yeah.
And what is the name of that blind man that would interrupt the Prophet Muhammad while he was giving da'wah to the leader of Mecca?
Abdullah.
Abdullah ibn Maktoum. And by the way, he was a cousin of Khadija. Do you know Khadija?
Yes.
Who's Khadija?
One of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's wife.
She's the first wife of the Prophet Muhammad, and she's a mother of believer. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this surah to tell the Prophet Muhammad that, oh, the Prophet Muhammad, for those who are indifferent people, the leader of Mecca, you give them undivided attention. And for that blind man who came to you, those who come to seek knowledge, while he's fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and seeking knowledge, you neglect him and you frown to him. Oh, the Prophet Muhammad is just a reminder. Oh, what should you do is to remind the people, and whoever is going to be guided, its guidance is in Allah's hand. Okay, Doctora, so inshallah you will memorize Surah Abasa from 1 up to 15 in Surah Abasa. And you revise Surah Al-Fajr. What does Al-Fajr mean that you revise, mashallah, keep by heart?
Fajr, it means, like it talks about...
the dawn prayer, right?
Yes.
Why Allah swear by Al-Fajr is a dawn prayer?
Because
Allah swear by significant and important things. So because Al-Fajr time is very important, and where the dua is accepted, and those who pray the Fajr in the time, it's highly recorded, it's highly recommended, and it's highly rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear by Fajr, and then he swear by Layal and Ashr. What are these Layal and Ashr?
Layal and Ashr is it is
the best 10 days. What are these 10 days that Allah swear by in the Quran?
The last 10 days of Ramadan.
Why the last 10 days of the month of Ramadan are the best 10 days inside of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
Because it's more than 1,000 months of worship.
The night of decree, Laylat al-Qadr is among the last 10 days of the month of Ramadan. And
yes,
the night of decree is better than 1,000 months. For how many, for how long, for 1,000 months equals about 83 years, okay? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, also this night in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the Quran, which we call it Laylatul Qadri. So what are the best 10 days in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again?
The last 10 days of Ramadan.
And this is because the night of
decree.
The night of decree in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the Quran upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So Surah Al-Ghashiyah that you will revise next time, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala divide people into two types, two categories. So how Allah will judge people in the day of judgment?
Based on how much good deeds and bad deeds they have done.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Ghashiyah says people will be, their faces will be changed according to their actions. Some faces will be humiliating faces, sad faces, bad faces. And some other faces will be wujuhun yawma'izin na'imah, peaceful faces. So who are they? Who will have humiliating faces and who will have peaceful faces?
The people who have peaceful faces is the people who have done good deeds and who have done good deeds, and the people who have mad, angry faces.
MashaAllah. No, what about the peaceful faces? What about the reward first? Allah says in Surah Al-Ghashiyah.
Their reward will be Jannah.
What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says?
في جنة عالية.
And these faces are? What Allah says about these peaceful faces?
وجوه يومئذ ناعمة.
The peaceful faces, the good faces, according to what they did in this dunya. What about the other people, those who will have sad faces, humiliating faces? What Allah says?
They will, the punishment will be hellfire.
Yeah, what Allah says about their punishment?
It's hellfire.
تصر
الحامية.
Now, حامية. Now means a hellfire. What are these faces? What Allah says about these faces in Surah Al-Ghashiyah?
وجوه يومئذ خاشعة.
And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this surah After Allah talks about how people will be in the day of judgment, Allah talks about or asks us to mediate in the universe, how Allah created the Ibil, how Allah created the Sama, how Allah created the Jibal, how Allah created the ground. It's one of the Muslims' command, it's one of the Allah's command to the Muslim to mediate the universe that Allah creates. So what does the Sama mean?
Sama means the sky,
Skies, the heavens, Al-Jibal.
the mountains,
And what does Al-Ard mean?
the ground.
MashaAllah, Tabarak Rahman, Edukura. So next time, inshallah, you will keep from 1 to 15 in Surah Abasa, and you will revise Surah Al-Ghashiyah, and you will do your Arabic homework. جزاكم الله خير دكتورة ليان برعاية الله. السلام عليكم. Rihlat Quran Academy is a journey that takes Muslims all over the world to learn Arabic, recite the Holy Quran, and understand Islam. Would you like to learn Arabic or teach your kids and family the Arabic and Quran? Join us.